Hey guys, what's going on? MaxFTE here, and today I'm back with another Pokemon Go video. Today we're going to be using brand new Shadow Shiny Dragonite in the Ultra League, featuring a team of Golisopod and Tapu Fini. This is a pretty solid team, I had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, did you also know that only 6.3% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed? So if you're enjoying, make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, help us on the road to 7k. But yeah, let's jump into the battles. So this is a team consisting of Shiny Shadow Dragonite on the lead with Golisopod and Tapu Fini in the backline. Now while none of these Pokemon themselves are actually new, the shiny version of Shadow Dragonite is, so we're not going to miss out on a good chance for a good title. But yeah, so we've got the Shadow Dragonite on the lead with the Golisopod on the safe swap. I am running the Aerial Ace and Liquidation version of the Golisopod. I sort of like having the... I feel like having the X-Scissor and Liquidation, you sort of lose harder to the Dragon types. So that was just sort of my reason. I like having the neutral damage. I don't actually know about the stats of the two moves specifically, just because I know that Aerial Ace is quite a bad move. So maybe even though it is neutral damage to the dragons, maybe Liquidation would still be better. But like I say, I don't know, so take that with a pinch of salt. So we've got the Surfetched here. We're going to farm down with the Dragonite, and they're going to come in with the Gliscor. We're going to go straight for the Dragon Claw, and this is going to do some reasonable neutral damage. They do shield up, thankfully, and that is going to free up our Golisopod to farm up and go for the Liquidation. We're obviously going to let this go through and go for another Dragon Claw. I thought I was actually going to go into the Golisopod, but no. That does a decent amount of damage, and at this point they don't actually get to a move, but even if they did get to a move, nothing at that range would kill us, so we are a-okay. We're going to let it go through. It's just going to be a Night Slash. Even if it was an Earthquake as well, it's still not going to do anything. I can't remember what flying type move the Gliscor gets, but either way, again, I don't think it would be enough. Dragonite on the lead versus the Charizard. This is an FA1. I think we do just sort of tip it out, but we do try and catch a move onto the Tapu Fini, and they also think the same thing as they swap out into their Cobalion. This is quite good for us. They are unfortunately able to hit us for neutral damage with the Stone Edge. However, the Water Gun and the Surf damage is really going to be adding up soon. Not going to get a shield from them, and I think they are just going to get to a move before. Okay, no. So they were farming up a bit of extra energy. We're going to go for the Surf, and that's going to take them out. It's a bit of a bonus because we don't have to take the Stone Edge damage, and we don't have to shield up the Tapu Fini. They're going to come in with the Virizion here, which at this point we just let it go. We're going to... Okay, no, so I think they try to catch a Moonblast onto the Charizard, so maybe being a bit too hopeful there on their part, but we go for the Surf on the Charizard. We're going to let this go through, and because it is the Blast Burn, thankfully that sort of drains all the Charizard's energy, just because Golisopod really doesn't want to see Charizard, whereas Dragonite is sort of okay with it. We're going to go for the Dragon Claw here, and this is going to take it out if they let it go through, which they do not. We are now 2 shields up to 0, so we're looking in a really good spot here. I would say I shield up and farm down, and yeah, we do. Okay, maybe not farm all the way down. We're going to go for the Claw here. I think I was probably a bit worried about them getting to a Claw themselves, and they do come in with their Virizion here. Stumbling over my words a bit there. We're going to let this go through. It is just going to be the Sacred Sword, and thankfully they go for 2. I was a bit worried about them having Stone Edge, but actually no, sorry, they still could. However, we are going to be able to get to an Aerial Ace before they do manage to get to a Stone Edge, but they also don't have it, so that doesn't make a difference for us. Going to go for the Aerial Ace here, and this is going to take them out, and we are going to take game 2. Next game here, we've got the Dragonite against the Swampert. This is probably one of the best things that we can see in the lead. We're just going to stay in here, farm up, and let them decide to do whatever they want to do. We do manage to throw the Dragon Claw on the timing, so because it was in between one of their moves going through, they weren't able to like swap out or catch it or anything. They're going to go for a Hydro Cannon here, and I think I was counting, I'm pretty sure they weren't able to actually get to a Sludge Wave at that point. They do come in with a Cresselia, which is... It's not the best, it's not the worst either. It can hit for a lot of neutral, but as well. It's just so bulky that it just feels like it's doing nothing. We do come in with the Glisspod, hope to get some good damage off there. They go for a Grass Knot, which does a little bit, maybe about 20%, and we go for the Liquidation, hoping to for that attack drop chance. I think unfortunately we are out of luck here. Cresselia is just about dealt with though, and I want to say I shield up here, preserve a bit of health from the Glisspod. They do come in with a Registeel, which isn't the worst. They do however have 2 shields, which a bit iffy. We're going to go for the Liquidation, and that does not get the debuff, and I think I let this go through. This is obviously going to take us out just because Zap Cannon hitting for a lot of super effective. And yeah, come in with the Dragonite here and go straight for the superpower. I think maybe I should have gone for the Claw just because it's a bit sort of predictable that I would have been going for the superpower. Obviously they've got 2 shields, so I can't really, you know, they can afford to shield up. I come into the Tapu just because I want to get rid of that superpower, the debuff to my Dragonite, and I'm going to go for the Surf. This is probably going to grab another shield, and at this point they're going to come back in with the Cresselia, and I think here I might even be able to just farm all the way down, which is quite good. Grass Knot's going to hit for a lot of damage, but yeah, we just barely managed to farm all the way down. So I'm going to go for the Surf, and this is going to do, I think it's actually going to take them out from this range. No, just barely not. And they do also get another move off. So this was looking a bit scary. However, because I know that they're not at a move, you can't double up with Registeel. We do manage to Dragon Breath down a Registeel, which is not something you see often. Another Swampert lead, which is really good for us. We're just going to do the same again, let them stay in and decide to do whatever they do. They're going to go for a Hydro Cannon here, and this is going to do about maybe 35%. I think it was a Charizard, I want to say, that they came in with. I saw the wing attacks coming through. Yeah, so Charizard there. We come in with the Tapu Fini, just because obviously Glisspod does not want to see Charizard. Well, when shields are up anyway. If shields are down, then Glisspod's not so minding of that. And at this point, I think I let this go through because I know that it's a Claw. I can't remember. These battles were a little bit ago, but I'm pretty sure I was counting. I knew that it was a Claw. We'll go with that anyway. That makes it sound better. I'm going to go for the Surf onto the Venusaur that they swap into. It's not going to do much, but for some reason they shield up. Tapu Fini doesn't actually have anything that can hurt the Venusaur, but I suppose they were just wanting to preserve health. And because well, I can see why they didn't want to swap out at the start. Obviously their entire team is weak to Dragon type, so we're looking really good here. Gonna go for the Claw. This is going to get them into the low yellow, I want to say. Okay, no, early reds. And shield this up. I think we just farm all the way down and go for a Claw onto the Swampert. So yeah, this is going to get them into the red, maybe do about 40% of their health. And at this point it's game over. We've still got Glisspod with full health, who hasn't been touched at all, and a little bit of health on Tapu Fini as well. Gonna come in with the Glisspod, start a farm all the way down, but they do just see the writing on the wall and give up. Next battle, we're going to be leading the Dragonite into the Cresselia. Not the greatest, because they can obviously pretty much one-hit us with the Moonblast, as well as they do have the Grass Knot bait. Obviously getting baited by that is pretty bad news. I think here, I want to say this is a Grass Knot. Okay, no, I'm not very good at counting with Cresselia. They come in with the Steelix, and I do come in with the Tapu Fini. Steelix is another one that is just really annoying. It's not even like it's so hard hitting, it's just so annoying just because you're getting that debuff onto you with the Breaking Swipe. And yeah, it's just such a bulky Pokemon that you pretty much are always going to leave this matchup looking pretty unhealthy. They're going to go for another Breaking Swipe. This is just one of the longest matchups that you can get. A Fairy type versus Steelix. Just because nobody's hitting anybody for super effective. Well, we are obviously, but they're also debuffing us to nobody's business. They swap into a Venusaur, so we're going to come in with our Dragonite, and I go straight for the Dragon Claw. This is going to get them reasonably low. I think here, I'm pretty sure I was counting, and this is just a frenzy, so I do let that go through. That was pretty much our win condition with this game, saving that shield for the Cresselia, but the opponent does actually end up leaving the game. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you didn't enjoy, leave a dislike. Let me know why. Make sure to subscribe, helps on the road to 7k. If you've got any other team suggestions, let me know down in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next video. See ya. Peace.